On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. We've got baseball on the show. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Seattle Mariners. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get underway, and today's starter, Luis Castillo.
Four-pitch guy, he's got some options to work with in terms of keeping hitters off balance. So we'll see how he decides to utilize those weapons through this start here, and whether or not he's able to mix them all in early, or if he wants to hold something back a little bit later, maybe second, third time through the order, and give them something they haven't seen. It's tough when you know a guy's got that in his back pocket. As a hitter, you really have to stay on your toes.
Brings it in with a nice running grab. One down. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. The sluggers in this lineup might not be too happy about the fact that the wind is blowing in today, Chris.
Yeah, and you hear pitchers talk about how good it feels when the wind is at their back. And for hitters, you almost feel like beyond just the pitcher coming at you, you've got this other force coming against you. So important to try to get on top of the ball in terms of hitting line drives, maybe really hard ground balls with a good exit velocity that'll get you a base hit, because it's very frustrating. You just hit one on the screws, think it's going to go out of the ballpark, and a guy is camped underneath it in front of the warning track.
Line drive, caught. Anthony Rizzo steps to the plate. The outfield shifted pretty heavily towards right field.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
Lifted in the air, out to left. Kelnick under it. And the inning is over. Middle of the first. Now it'll be the M's turn. No score. Back at T-Mobile Park. And starting this one, Garrett Cole.
He's a dominant pitcher, but he can get a little too relaxed second and third time through the order and miss his spots. That's where we see him get touched up. If he maintains the same intensity that he has in the first inning and the second inning, I think we'll see him hand the ball over to his closer.
And now for Seattle, Colton Wong. This is a guy you got to keep an eye on when he digs in. Definitely been known to drop a drag bunt from time to time, and he's pretty good at it, Chris.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to put down that bunt.
Now you see even sluggers from time to time try and use the bunt really as a way to swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. It bangs off the wall. Judge throws to second, and he's into second with nobody out.
Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Now the number 2 hitter, Julio Rodriguez. And a foul ball. Now a fly ball to right center. Touches down. That's a hit. The throw to second. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. In there safely. On the board first, it's 1-zip.
Big RBI for him right there. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Ty France getting ready to hit. The other way, pulls up, and it drops for a hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely. And
now Teoscar Hernandez. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
The 0-1. Foul ball there. Garrett Cole, Chris, a guy who was the first overall pick out of UCLA in 2011, and he's turned into one of the best starters in baseball.
Yeah, it's pretty cool how things came full circle for him. Drafted by the Yankees out of high school, didn't sign, as you said, went to UCLA, and now pitching the #1 guy in the rotation for New York.
The third baseman.
Now Scott Service lined up for the Seattle Mariners. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These guys have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand.
Now a throw to first, and he won't get back in time. It's a double play. RBI double for the M's. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at the ballpark, second inning set to go. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
The wind and the pitch. Swing and a ball popped up. Raleigh makes the grab, one down. And now the right fielder, Oswaldo Cabrera. Slapped foul. Next pitch is popped up. Suarez settles under this one, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's two down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out. Well, off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
That one hammered left field, back there. That one is gone. Josh Donaldson leaves the yard, and we're all square. It's 1-1. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch, absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Aaron Hicks at the plate. Out to short. Crawford collects it. No chance to get him. Safe at first easily.
No problem beating out the infield hit right there. Good hustle getting down the line. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
So 2 down. Here's Jose Trevino. He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Could be extra bases. And that gets all the way to the wall. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center. Had a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Oswald Peraza stepping in now for the Yankees. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. pitch. And that one is lifted in the air. Rodriguez heads towards it. Makes a nice grab and a full sprint. And that is that. But a run scores in the inning as this solo home run ties things up. All even now at 1-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. And he deals. And first offering is fouled off. And he married another UCLA player's sister, Brandon Crawford. He's married to Brandon's sister, Amy. And it goes just foul. Out towards right center field. Judge has it sized up. Puts it away for the out.
That is 7. No left field.
Here's Jared Kelnick. And it's fouled away. And that one fouled off. Kicks and deals. In the air, left field, down the line. 2 away down.
Batting in, the designated hitter,
A.J. Pollock at the dish. Ground ball up the middle. And it gets by him. J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit. In 2022, Garrett Cole set the Yankees single-season strikeout record with 257 punch-outs. Pretty amazing mark for that historic franchise. Lifted in the air, right center field. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And that moves the go-ahead run to scoring position with 2 gone.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high-leverage spot right there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely. And that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off. A lot riding on this next at-bat now as they look to take the lead at a critical point in this one.
Colton Wong up to hit. Throw on to Rizzo. That takes care of Wong. Play made, that ends the inning. Mariners leave a couple. Score remains tied 1-1. Back in Seattle, new inning getting started. Here is Gleyber Torres. Castillo back to work. And fouled off.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensure safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
And that'll get down for a hit. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
In the air, out towards right center. Hernandez settles underneath it. High bounce over the fence for an automatic double.
And boy, do they catch a break. Otherwise, you're looking at runners around the bases and probably a run that scores.
And here is Anthony Rizzo. Line drive, base hit. One runs in. Another comes in to score. It's 3-1.
Big one there as he drives in a couple of runs.
That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. Stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
And now it's Giancarlo Stanton. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. That one fouled off. Castillo, an all-star a season ago, 30 years old now, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Kicks and fires. Lined, and that's a base hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
With that fastball, even though it's high velocity, you've got to live on the outer edges. When it's right on a tee, right down the middle, professional hitters are not going to have a problem turning it around.
And now, Oswaldo Cabrera. Next pitch is popped up, and the infield fly is called.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
Now it's Josh Donaldson's turn to hit. He's already homered in this one. Castillo, a 6'2" righty, 200 pounds, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. That one drilled left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Where do you even begin with the talent we've seen from the Dominican Republic? Vladi, Big Papi, Pedro, the list goes on and on.
So first and second with 2 outs. Now here's Aaron Hicks. Next pitch is popped up. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
The catcher, number 39.
2 outs, bases loaded. And here's the catcher, Jose Trevino. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Base knock here really gives them an opportunity to take control of this ball game. You don't want that other team to think they have a shot, and a knock here would be a big blow.
Hit slowly on the ground. On to France. They limit the damage here. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. Yankees 3 and the Mariners 1. And welcome back. And now the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Great speed and great power. A great athlete, quite simply. High in the air, out to right. Cabrera makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
The first baseman, number 23.
Ty France up next for the Mariners.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
Smoked into left, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And you can feel this crowd waking up a bit here as the guys are starting to make some noise with their bats.
And there's a foul ball. Base hit, center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
2 on, 1 out. And stepping in for the Mariners, Eugenio Suarez. Oh, this one's blasted. High and deep. It's on its way. Out of here. Ball game. Eugenio Suarez blasts 1 out. And the Mariners walk it off and win it 4-3.
Hitting a walk-off homer is the kind of thing you dream about growing up. You're in the backyard, you're creating the most pressure-packed scenario, and what do? You come through with the big swing. Well, he was living a childhood moment right there. Nice swing of the bat, nice win for the team.
"4-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Seattle Mariners, 4 runs.